Welcome to the Gamescape, everybody. My name's Jarek, and today we are back in Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. This is episode 102 of our playthrough. And in our previous episode, we had come down here to the Extirpators camp and taken on what the imposter Trevor had claimed to be the place where he had last seen the real Trevor. We got down here and we found nothing except a purple worm, so he's clearly just led us into a trap. We managed to beat it, and it was an easier fight than I thought it was going to be, but still, it was, you know, could have been bad. Purple worms have this nasty habit of being able to just swallow somebody whole, and in fact, they kind of did that to one of our summons that we brought in, so could have been bad. Ended up okay, so we're okay. Fortunately, the touch defense or the touch armor class of it was really low. It was 10, but it had like a 43 armor class to hit it once it was active and stuff. So took care of that. We also talked to Arushle a bit. She had put herself in a prison cell because she's struggling with containing her nature, and she felt that because of that, what she was thinking, she deserved to be locked away from everyone else. We did manage to talk her into coming out by assuring her we'd help her and that she needed to learn, in order to learn to live among mortals, she needed to be among mortals, and that we would help her if she started having trouble. So anyway, we did also get a little bit of work done on the campaign map. We recruited in another set of 5 divas and got them joined up with the excursionary army. Our main force managed to take down a level 8 army for about 5,000 finance points. We did lose a few soldiers, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be while the fighting was going on, because our infirmary filled up really fast. So anyway, we are now currently just have left the Extirpators camp, which wasn't. We're having some fatigue issues already, but rather than rest here, I think we're going to probably just head back to Dresden. There are a couple of new sites on the map here. This one came up, and we have this one, but they're both just reagent sites. So if we happen to be over that way, we might grab them, but I'm not going to make a special trip over there to get them. I was doing a little bit of looking offline, and if we come in here, Sela wants to talk to us. So that's another thing we're going to be able to do when we get back up to Fort Dresden. And then we also have this, Fear of the Surface. The group of mongrels has arrived in Dresden. The hunters may have been brave in their underground caves, but they have lost their nerve on the surface. They are scared of sunlight, get disoriented by open spaces, and feel perturbed by unfamiliar opponents. Lan asks the commander to be understanding regarding his comrades' anxiety and not to throw them straight into the thick of things. So we have some choices here. We can position them near the rear of the army, which gives us 50 mongrel sharpshooters. We can train them how to fight on the surface, which will give us 50 mongrel fighters, or we can inspire them with the light of heaven, which gives us the sharpshooters, and all mongrel fighters and mongrel sharpshooters gain the heavenly protection feat, which gives +1 bonus to armor class. And so I think that's what we're going to choose. I have more use for the archers than for the fighters anyway, because we have super sturdy fighters. So I think we're going to do that and get that going. And then Sela wants to talk to us. We also have some things that we can take care of here. We can get the Heavens Warriors going, get another batch of Movonic Divas coming our way. We can upgrade a bastion, upgrade an outpost to a bastion, which I kind of want to do. I would like to probably do this one maybe down here. I don't know if we can do this one yet. I think we need to build more buildings in there. But I would like to do that one. I wouldn't mind doing stone maze here either. It's not far from Dresden, but it's far enough south and on the path that we think we kind of need to be on that it might be useful to not be able to just travel to here maybe. I don't know. Or we can wait. It's a little bit expensive to do it, but it's not horrible. It's where is it here? If we do this, it's 3,000 finance, which isn't a big deal, but it's 500 material and 40 energy, which is a little bit more of a big deal. This is about 10 days worth, or maybe 8 days worth of income for us. It's not bad. I think, you know what? I think we're going to go ahead and do this. We'll do this. It's going to take 7 days to resolve this anyway, so that's fine. We can figure out what we want to do with that phylactery that we picked up over here of Stephanius the Rotten. Stephanius the Rotten obviously was a lich, if this is a phylactery, I think, anyway. I don't know, maybe others have phylacteries too, but that's generally a lich thing. We have the Fate of the Voracious Jumble, which we can start working on. I think that's a cloak. We have that in our inventory. Hunting down mutiny, if we wanted to boost our recruiting, we could do that. The Blessing of Bastet, we can hold another royal parade to increase our income. What else do we got here? Fate of the Faultless Daybreak. Fate of the Altar of the First Retriever. So these are all just... here's an actual enchanting, which we could probably do. The Crest of the Fallen Knight is already something that we've got on our belt, I think. Let's do this. I want to see how much better that gets. And then Senior Comrades. That's the one she wants to talk about, I think. That's leadership experience. Morale includes... One more try. Morale increases by 30. Now, we don't really need to increase our morale. Our morale is already at max 20. But 1,000 leadership experience points might not be the worst thing. Where's our leadership at right now? I think that's here, right? Yeah, leadership. I mean, 1,000 isn't going to get... Okay, 1,000 isn't hardly anything, honestly. That would get us to 249,000 out of 300,000 for the next rank. So maybe that's not what we want. Help with the Nail. We could bring in some more Hell Knights. Outpost Sebastian again. Those are red, which means I think we can't do them right now. Swords of Gorham I'm not interested in because it weakens our guys. So I think maybe we'll do the Heaven Warriors again. We'll get some more Movanic Divas in here. And then we have one more here that we could technically do, but yeah, I don't want to do that one. So that's okay. We aren't going to do that. So a couple other little things I was looking at that we might want to think about here. We have 2 forts over here that are basically little towns. This one here on the river. Let's jump into here real quick. Hold on one second. So these two forts over here are basically our logistics type buildings. So we've got an inn here that's giving us extra income. We've got a supply center that's giving us that. We can also build in here another hospital, which I think would probably be a good idea. So let's go ahead and do that. We are a little bit low here, but that's okay. So we're going to do that. And then I'm going to back us out. And we're going to do another hospital in another town. 1 second. Okay. And then we're going to come back up to here. To this one. And okay, we're already done here. So that's fine. So this is a town we could actually upgrade, and we might actually do that because we got the inn, the hospital, alchemist laboratory, and supply center here. I think maybe we'll upgrade this one, and that can be one of our main supply center type places. I don't know what kind of extra advanced buildings we can build in it when we get the upgrade done. But anyway, that's enough of that. We know we got stuff going on there. That's okay. We're going to go ahead and teleport back to Dresden. And we're going to head on in. And we want to go... Seeking Forgiveness is on the streets. That's probably going to talk to Sela. Although it did say go to the commander's thing. So let's start in the Citadel. We have to rest anyway. And let's see if there's any business. And then we'll head out from there. All right, here's Sela. Sela seems to be in a good mood. She smiles at you and then scratches the back of her head as if suddenly realizing something. I probably shouldn't have come to you officially, like to an audience, but this is the only way to catch you these days. I wanted to ask, would you like to go shopping with me? It's probably not right to distract the Knight Commander with such trifles, but I thought I should drag you out for a walk. We haven't enjoyed a moment's peace since we met. We've either been saving Canabras or marching on Dresden. Besides, I desperately need advice. I'm going to buy a present, and I know nothing about fancy jewelry. Okay, yeah, I'd love to do that. Who are we buying a present for? For Elan and his bride. After that story at the camp when Curl stole the ring from us and summoned the demons, Elan and I both overreacted and said some things we shouldn't have. He apologized to me, but I haven't really apologized to him. I want to buy a ring to replace the one that was stolen, and there's a new jewelry shop in Dresden. It's owned by Sunhammer, the same jeweler who made the first ring. All right, well, let's go do it. Great. Well, then I'll meet you at the jewelry shop. It's in the east of the city. Yeah, I've been there. Know where it is.
I need to recover my strength.
Okay. That was Social. He happens to be here. Commander, upon hearing word of your victory in the Battle of Dresden, many leaders in Aveston have considered taking a more active supporting role in the Crusade. Fighting demons in the name of saving the world is a prestigious endeavor, especially when the war is going well. The one whose help is accepted first will increase their standing in the political arena, which is why the powers now are competing for the right to conclude an alliance with Mendev before their rivals do. Erosion has already chosen which of them is to be favored, Isker. We've been building an alliance with that nation for a long time, and now the capital is expecting you to address the steward of Isker with an official offer to support you. Lastwall is Mendev's most trusted ally. If we were to ask someone for support, it should be them, the Shining Crusade. Darren says, what say we invite the sellswords of Brevoy to this party? The righteous Mendevian knights just love those hot-headed provincials who will draw their weapons and challenge you to a duel at the drop of a hat. And get this, they win such duels. Erosion will be ecstatic to have allies like these, and I hope the demons will enjoy their company as well. Lance says, just as a note, we happen to have a neighbor who's got barely any presence in the Crusade. I'm talking about Numeria. It's believed to be too wild and barbaric to have any dealings with. How about we show everyone how wild and barbaric tribes can fight and invite them to play a bigger part in our war? Okay. Wolger says, everyone who wanted to come because they listened to their hearts are already here. Time to call those who listen to their purse. We'll drop a line to the Varisian city, tempt them with some nice spoils, and loads of savvy folks will come running. All right, so we got some questions. We can get some different types of units coming into us. So let's have a look. Inquisitors Mercenary unit. Infantry specialized in slaying spellcasters. 12 Inquisitors recruited. They are 100 hit points, AC 17, flat 16 and 11 touch. They have Divine Favor and Spellcaster Slayer, which is a +3 bonus to attack against spellcasting units. They don't hit... they hit okay, I guess. They're okay. 10 to 15. It's not super, but it's not the worst. Darren's boys, the duelists, are tougher, better armor class. They have 13 to 20 damage on their attacks. And they have parry and riposte. He has a 20% chance to ignore an enemy attack directed at it or an adjacent allied unit, plus to make a counterattack. This effect works only if the unit is able to make a melee attack on the attacking enemy unit. That's actually pretty good. 20% chance, 1 in 5. That's not bad. We might keep them in mind. Land and the ambassadors to Numeria. We'll get some barbarians. I don't know if I'm impressed with the barbarians. They're pretty weak. They have really low AC. They do a lot of damage, though. 11 to 22 isn't too bad. And they have the battering ram attack, which is the farther they move, they get a +1 bonus to attack for every 2 squares it moves. So they basically can charge, which is okay. But that's about all they have going for them. And I don't really know. They don't seem to be that good to me. Maybe they are, but let's keep looking. Woljeff, what about your rogues here? What do we got here? Low hit points, low medium armor class, multiple attacks, 2 short sword attacks at 11 to 16 each. They says they prefer rear attacks, but I mean, there's nothing here that says they get anything special for that. So, I don't know. And then the Lady Konomi can bring us sorcerers. Lawful good sorcerers, 22 hit points. They're super weak, but they have 20 power. Really, really bad AC. They get magic missiles, which is target enemy creature. Power times D4 times unit number, magic damage. So the number of guys in the unit times their power times 20, D4. Boy, they're going to get squashed like bugs, though, is the problem. Gonna get squashed like bugs. 22 hit points is not much. I kind of like the idea still, though. More ranged attackers. Plus it's magic, which is good. I like them. I like Darren's guys, the duelists. Let's have the sorcerers. Your wisdom never fails you, and your Erosion will be pleased to know you're not squandering allies whom they have taken such pains to attract. The battle sorcerer of Isker, hardened in the clashes with goblins, will serve you well. Ooh, they fought goblins. You're going to be fighting a lot worse than goblins now. I won't detain you any longer, Commander. When matters of foreign and domestic politics once again require your attention, I'll convene the diplomatic council. All right, there we go. Our golem is here. I haven't talked to him. Let's do that. Prestidigipainter, happy to be of service, and may Shaylin brighten and vivify your day. Can you do anything useful? My creators granted me the ability to place illusions on various items. I can change their color and texture to make them more beautiful and appealing to the eye. Would you like me to cast an illusion over your armor to make it green? Green is a very pleasant color, and it would match your eyes. I mean, maybe. What can you do to help with the war effort? I was not designed for any type of combat, yet I bring beauty and harmony to any type of combat. Cast an illusion on my gear. Let's see what it does. Happy to be of service. Oh, okay. So you can... So select an item to change appearance, and then select an item to transfer its appearance from... Oh, okay. So this is if you wanted to have a specific look. Okay, I got it. That's okay. Let's back out of here. We don't need to worry about that. All right, let's rest. And let's have some more... I wouldn't actually mind having another one of those harm scrolls, because those are useful in certain circumstances, and we've got enough reagents to do a couple of them here. So I think we're going to do that. All right, let's rest. I've had enough of a break now, so I'm ready to help you with more crazy experiments. What's on the agenda for today? Will we be standing on our heads, reading dirty limericks backward? Note to self, it is possible the Paladin girl has developed an addiction to participating in scientific experiments as a subject. I must study this phenomenon and include it as a separate entry in the encyclopedia. Okay, scroll's good. All right, we need to head down to city, because we need to talk to Sela in the jewelry shop, and we need to go see the imposter in the prison. So let's go to the streets first. All right, here we are. Head on into here. Okay, Derek Sunhammer. Do my eyes deceive me? The victorious Knight Commander himself has paid a visit to my shop? Such an honor, such an honor. A dignified dwarf in a luxuriously, beautifully adorned garment bows to you before turning to Sela. You are most welcome as well, Iomedes faithful. It is a pleasure to see so many brave crusaders within these walls. I am Derek Sunhammer, the jeweler. This shop is one of many that I own. Ah, Master Derek himself. I heard the only place one is likely to bump into you is at the royal reception. Not at all. My wares are expensive, not least because I have to buy costly metals and gems and also pay for the security of shops and workshops throughout Mendev and beyond its borders. My prices limit the circle of my clientele, but that doesn't mean I myself shun all those who are not in possession of a noble title. Master Derek gives you a warm smile. I must say again, I'm very glad to see you here. So why did you decide to open a shop on the front line of a war? There are two sides to me, if I can put it that way. I am both a merchant and an artist. For the artist in me, the Crusade is a limitless source of inspiration. In recent years, I have crafted very few delicate items, plant and flower patterns, as you know. My current preferences is for heavier, larger jewelry, dark metal, expressive gems, and cool colors. Everything that reminds me of steel armor, the calming weight of a shield in your hand, the clash of weapons. But the merchant in me sees something else in Dresden, a risky but potentially fruitful new market. If you succeed in your noble cause and defeat, or at least push back the demons, the city will thrive, and whoever is first to make a splash here will reap the rewards. Those are my motives, inspiration and greed in equal measure. Master Derek makes a helpless gesture. All right, well, Sela wants to talk to you about something. You have my full attention, the dwarf strokes his beard. It's simple, Master. You might remember that a while ago Sir Elan of the Hound Hearts ordered a ring from you, a silvery ring with a blue-green gem. I would like to buy something similar, but I only have this much money. Sela shows him your coin purse. If what Sela is offering is not enough, I will help. Come on, Valric. Sela is embarrassed. I only invited you along for advice. I can handle the expenses myself. Oh, I would advise you not to reject the commander's help out of hand. With his participation, I could offer you something truly special that fits the description perfectly. A ring with a blue-green gem, just as you've described. This is one of my latest creations, and I'm very proud of it. Alas, your own funds, my dear, are only enough for my plainest ring, and the gem in it is not the right color. All right, well, I will add in 1,000 gold coins. We need the very best. Sela sends you a grateful look. Master Derek lowers his head respectfully and receives a box from the bag on his belt, opening it to reveal an exquisite ring with a glittering blue-green jewel. He lets the light play on the gem's facets, then places the box in Sela's hand. This is a special item, and I'm glad to see it go to someone as worthy as yourself. For how could the commander's friend be anything but? May it bring good fortune to its owner. Now, if you'll excuse me, I don't usually make sales in my own shops. I have golems for that. Besides, I prefer spending my time at my workbench, not behind a counter. But I was glad to serve you, Commander, and your valiant companion. All the best. Okay. Well, that's done. Sela stows the ring box. Come with me to the barracks and give the ring to Elan, will you? After that, we can go to the tavern and have a few drinks. Are you happy with what we bought? Well, yes. The truth is I just needed a reason to talk to him and show him that I want us to patch things up. I'm not that great at this friendship stuff, but I'm trying. All right, let's go. My only dealings with jewelry were back when we used to steal it. Dresden is a nice little town, and since we got here, it's really transformed. It looks better than ever. I don't care that anybody says. I like life in the Crusade. So many different people. When I go to pray to the Sword of Valor, this feeling of total calm comes over me. It's too fast, guys. I'm sorry, I can't read that fast. All right, here we are. Elan of the Hound Hearts. Ela, Knight Commander. Elan seems a little discomfited. Good to see you. Not this again. Well, to avoid drawn-out conversation, I'll just get to the point. I got you a gift. It's, well, a ring to replace the one Curl stole. Oh, Sela, thank you so much, but you shouldn't have. I've already apologized to you for how I behaved back at the camp, and I'll say it again. I don't blame you for anything. We fought shoulder to shoulder here in Dresden. Can't we just let bygones be bygones? Sure we can, but take the present. Your wedding is right around the corner. Sela puts the ring in the knight's hand. All right. Did you know that we found Jana? After she ran off, she was taken prisoner by demons. So I heard, and I'm not surprised. She didn't just let us down. She let herself down too. By the way, when is this long-awaited wedding? Very soon. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. You wanted to talk to me? It would be a tremendous honor if you would come to my wedding. We're going to hold it not far from the walls of Dresden, to the east, toward the river. Sela's already been invited, and now I'm asking you. You showed so much kindness to me when you helped me look for that ill-fated ring. I simply must repay you somehow. Besides, Kiara would simply love to meet you, and I can't deny her anything. This is great. Say you'll go, Valric. We'll have so much fun. Aren't you worried about holding the wedding outside the city walls? We chose the place that's still within range of the holy power of the Sword of Valor. My fellow Houndhearts will be there, and Kiara and her friends know how to handle themselves. Of course, the location is not entirely risk-free. Nowhere in the world Wound is, but it's as protected as it can be. And the territory has been much calmer since your victory. All right, well, I'll be there. Thank you, Commander, and thank you, Sela, for the gift. All right. Wedding Meadow has been revealed. So long, my friend. Sela turns to you. Thank you for coming for a walk with me. It's nice to take a breather between fights sometimes. I hope we have a good time at the wedding. All these battles and divine powers, we need to make sure we don't lose touch with ordinary life. Okay. Elan is probably still ticked off at me for being powerful. But, you know, what do you do? Okay, first of all, how do you get out of here? There we go. Okay. Well, this wasn't exactly where I wanted to go, I don't think. We need to get over to the prison. Which is over here? No. Here. Okay, we can't get down from here. That's awesome. I'm sure there's a reason to be up here, Captain Hardiman. Harmiton. But that reason is not right now. There we go. Okay, let's try this one more time. Oh. All right, here we go into the prison. Let's go pull Social off of this fake Trevor. I'm sure he's throttling him. Graham says, well, did you talk to the extirpators? The extirpators, they're all dead. Oh, that's a shame. I think I'm welling up. It was a trap. You were hoping the monster would kill us too. Accusations again. You can say whatever you like, but where's the proof? You can't scare me. Listen, do you understand the situation you've gotten yourself into? You'd be wise not to antagonize us. You should help us and hope that after everything you've done, we still have a little mercy for you. Ha! Mercy? I'd be a fool to believe that lie. I know how kind you and your brother are. My whole back is covered with scars because of his mercy. That's not true, Social mutters silently. It can't be true. Tell me what really happened. Or what? Nothing. It's a request, not a threat. Got it. You don't even need to threaten. Your title speaks for itself. All right, I got nothing else to do. Your bars are strong, locks are good. You got me. I'll hope for your... Posture casts a vicious look at Social. Your mercy. Well, listen, this time I'll tell you how it was. I was a soldier fighting for the extirpators. That wasn't a lie. I was valet for that scumbag Trevor. He used to work me hard, but that was a long time ago, before the demons took him. Took him? How? Where? How could you even say such a thing? Social's voice is choked with grief and rage. The imposter enjoys the look on Social's face. Keep listening. Don't interrupt. We were hunting a chimera back then. It's an easy job for the extirpators, even with all the demonic freakishness of the world wound gives the chimera. We were driving it toward your boy Trevor. He was preparing to attack, and then a demon appears, a huge scary one in a black mask. Bam! Rips one knight to pieces. Bam! There goes another one. And then the demon looks at Trevor and says, "This one is good. I'll take him." And he picks him up like he weighed nothing and vanished. Well, what could we do? The demon was chopping up knights left and right and center. What could we do? We turned and ran. Then the rest of our guys caught up to us. They executed a few of us on the spot as a warning and made the others slaves, live bait for the monsters. Slaves don't live long. Only 3 of us survived out of the whole unit, and no one has seen Trevor since. There used to be a female knight amongst the extirpators named Marenta. How did she get Trevor's shield? Marenta? She and Trevor were sleeping together. When they dragged Trevor off, he dropped his shield, so she picked it up, like to remember him. I'm telling you, those two deserved each other. When Trevor was gone, that crazy bitch wanted all of us to be executed, the whole unit. The Paralictor refused to waste people. He said we would be useful as slaves. She made a scene and then transferred to another order. Good riddance. So what happened to the extirpators? You saw what happened to them. They died. I don't care. I'm not going to cry about them. They killed a lot of beasts, but there's always someone stronger. That demon wiped them out. Only the ones who ran survived. You said 3 of you survived. Where are the other 2? I think they were going to go to Canabras. They wanted to pretend to be refugees and then wing it. Do you want to catch them too? They're probably somewhere near the creepy church where the undead used to be. I heard they planned to build a shelter there to stay away from the local commander. Do you know where Trevor is? Are you deaf? I told you no one knows. A demon dragged him off. A demon in a black mask. As to where and why, you'll have to ask the demons. So what kind of person was Trevor? A real devil. Didn't go easy on anyone. Beat us good. The knights respected him, and us ordinary infantry were afraid to show our faces to him. Alright, Sociel, you heard enough here? Yes? Sociel's voice sounds hollow and he looks totally lost. I have. So it's true. My brother betrayed everything we believed in. Wait, this is only one person's side of the story, and a liar is at that. Let's find the other 2 survivors and ask them. What's the point of running away from the truth? The others will only confirm his words. Sociel looks down, but then hesitantly looks up at you. Although, it probably wouldn't hurt. Excuse me, I need to get some fresh air. Oh, Sociel, the drama is thick with you, isn't it? I guess we're going back to Canabras. I'm going to check the journal real quick and see if we have to wrap this up before the end of this act. I think we do. This is under companion quests. The Wayward. This one needs to be wrapped up too. The imposter does, yes. Crucially imprisoned is solved. Till death do us part. Well, I mean, we're heading that way east anyway, I guess. So we'll just stop by the wedding. Then we'll head down to Canabras and we'll find the extras. And let's, since we're right next to the mob here, let's see if anything has changed here. Probably not. Nope. Okay, so we've rested. We're ready to go. We just need to gather the group and get on out of here. So let's get doing it. I think we're off to a wedding, guys. Let's see how that goes. I'm sure it'll be fine. Outside the city walls, I mean, you know, what could go wrong? Okay, here we go to the Wedding Meadow. Commander, Sela, you're here. Elan is trying desperately to hide his excitement. It's almost comical. Welcome. I'm a little confused. Where are the musicians? The crowd of drunken guests? The last wedding I went to, we got the priest drunk off his face. Oh, please don't try to do that here. We've already had enough trouble. Kiana worships Desna, Iomade. In the end, we invited the priests of Abadar to conduct a ceremony so that no one would be offended. Congratulations. Where is the bride? Let me tell you everything. Before the official ceremony, all the guests are enjoying themselves at 2 venues. The one on the right has been organized by my Houndhearts, the one on the left by Kiana's friends. Each venue has its own theme, but I won't tell you which is which. It will be more fun to let you see for yourselves. Both venues have food and drinks and a little contest where you can win prizes. Kiana is greeting guests at her venue. I'm leaving for mine now. I have a very special role to play. Enjoy, Commander. There's still time before the beginning of the ceremony. Sela, thank you for coming too. All right. Well, one on the left, one on the right, huh? What's going on, I guess, over here? There's a horse. There's loot. Anything here? Yeah, some gold. Don't think we need the scythe. Is that supposed to be like a maze? All right, Houndheart's Knight, the bridesmaid, the guest. Okay. A bridesmaid's drunk. 3 cheers for Elan and Kiana. Okay, here we go. Best man. A Fae steps into your path. You suppose he must be a Houndheart, but his knight's armor is mixed with gaudy items, and there are fake wings fastened to his back. Halt, travelers! You are stepping into the wonderful land, the charmed land, the most perfect land ever created by the gods, the first world. And I am as its guard, the beautiful Fae Gate Mistress. But before you answer my question, what is the key that opens every gate? I don't know. Money? Valor? I don't know. It's a wedding. Let's go with love. Oh, you are right indeed, travelers. The love of 2 wonderful creatures, Elan and Kiana, made this place and brought us all here today. Now you may enter and learn the mysteries of the past and fight for the treasure of our Fae ruler. The Fae points to the middle of the tent, where seated on his throne is none other than Elan. His head is crowned with fake horns. A green cape sweeps over his shoulders, and his torso is proudly bare. Is Elan pretending to be the Wild Hunt monarch? He is the monarch, the true ruler of the magical land of the first world. The Fae lowers his voice. The bride is particularly taken with the costume. What is this tiara you're wearing? It's so beautifully, exquisitely crafted. This is the tiara of beautiful Fae. To tell you the truth, I borrowed it from my sister as a prop. It was a gift from some admirer of hers. She's gone off him now and doesn't wear it anymore. But I believe it's the work of Sunhammer himself. It's a good thing it's not a real Fae tiara. Real Fae tiaras can make strange things happen. You put one on and donkey ears might grow out of your head, Sela grumbles. What is the Fae ruler's treasure? It's a priceless artifact which our monarch has owned since the dawn of time. It looks exactly like an ordinary broom, but don't be fooled into thinking we Fae simply failed to find any good props. So, the artifact, the monarch used to own it, but when the treacherous predator, the most fearsome of any who live in the forests of the first world, sneaked into the treasury and stole it. This predator lives in a secret lair, which is conveniently located in this area. Everyone who makes it through the enchanted wilds of the first world and reaches the beast's lair will get a reward. Oh, damn old timer. Sela hasn't played games like this since her thriving days. But we've got to accept the challenge, Valric. All right, well, we'll take part in the treasure hunt. All right, then I'll repeat the rules. You need to search our corner of the first world and find our amazing broom-shaped artifact. But first, you need to answer a few riddles. You'll see, and come face to face with the dangerous predator. And then you'll get the reward. Okay, so we're in a maze. Oh, okay. Okay. right, the beast. Oh, hello, adventurer. You must be looking for the artifact that was stolen from the Wild Hunt Monarch. I am the beast who crept in and snatched the artifact. I've taken steps to prevent the stolen property from being returned to its rightful owner. Namely, I placed the true artifact among several fakes. You will never guess which is the real one. The beast points at a few identical brooms. Are you the predator? The most formidable beast in the forests of the Fey world? Actually, I'm a lawyer from Neurosion and a friend of Elan. The predator makes a helpless gesture. But when they were giving out rolls for the celebration, guess who was appointed the magical beast? They said I was the hairiest fellow in the party. It's alright, I have my own wedding coming up. I'll even the score then. What happens if I choose one of the fake artifacts? According to the rules, you're supposed to turn to stone and you take the wrong broom. I mean, artifact. But to be honest, I'm willing to help you out. I actually forgot which one I marked as the right one. So I can just take the broom and go. There was supposed to be a battle with the predator, but I'm not drunk enough for that yet. So just take any broom and go. Don't forget to give it to Elan. The monarch will give you a reward for returning the artifact. Probably fake Shaika. You see a broad-shouldered dwarf woman wearing a hood. The outline of her form is constantly trembling and shifting, probably because of a spell of some sort. Greetings, traveler. We are Shaika, the many, the rulers of time, piercing through all epochs. We know all the secrets of the past and present. We can reveal your destiny to you through a fortune cookie. The woman points to the box beside her. All right, well, we'll take a fortune cookie. The note in the cookie says, if you can't do it, you can always start again from the beginning. All right, thanks. Elan is trying very hard to maintain his aloof demeanor, but can't help breaking into a smile every few moments. Mortals, you have returned my artifact, and I shall reward you forthwith. We Fey monarchs are noble beings and not evil at all. Color me surprised, friend. I never thought I'd see our straight-laced Sir Elan come to his own wedding dressed up as a Fey princeling. I'm begging you, no jokes about the horns, please. I don't want to be remembered as the cuckold bridegroom. Elan sighs, but then starts smiling again. I don't know if you've ever fallen in love, Sela. I don't remember you ever talking about it. But when it happens, you're no longer who you once were. I suppose I didn't expect this of myself either. But Kiara was so desperate to have an unusual wedding, I thought to myself, if unusual is the goal, then I should do something I've never done before. Now, the wedding's great. We're having a good time. All the guests keep telling me that. That means all the effort is worth it. And now, if you please, I'd like to return to my role. Please continue enjoying the festivities. Hey, wait a second. I was supposed to win the... never mind. Who cares? All right. So this is his side. Let's go slip on over to the other side here. That's where the wedding will be, I'm assuming. Go meet Kiara.
Something over there.
A slender young woman in flowing dress walks towards you. The first thing you notice is her eyes. They are striking blue-green. Welcome, travelers, to the secret-steeped land of Ustalav. You have come to the kingdom of grim mysteries and exquisite secrets. I, the vampire princess, am delighted to see you in my castle. After a pause, the girl smiles coyly. I'm glad to finally meet you, Commander. Sela, I'm Kiara, soon to be the wife of that unfortunate knight who invited you here. Sela rolls her eyes. Horrible. Imagine walking through the world wound and then, bam, you're in Ustalav. I'm not even sure if a paladin is allowed to feast with a vampire princess. That's lucky for you. We're not a follower of Pharasma, valiant Sela. Arisino, the Dresden priestess of Abadar, is a short distance away from you, from the Happy Bride. Although, I'll admit, I'm not used to feasting with the undead either. Oh, stop it. My friends and I are completely harmless vampires. We don't bite. Kiara laughs musically. Truth be told, we chose to use We chose the theme Ustalav because it lets us wear our beautiful dresses, light candles, and drink red wine all evening, pretending that it's blood. I personally can't think of a better way to celebrate my wedding. Well, Vampire Princess, I am honored to be your guest. Welcome, guest. My castle may be humble, but I hope it will entertain you. What do we got here? Trickery 28. See if Urushle is up for it.
I'm glad I was useful to you.
The skeleton has a light sheen to it. Judging by the texture, it's made of marzipan. Take that, take that. Yep. Sure. No. And no. All for the Crusade, of course. Take all that. Arisano lowers her head graciously. Knight Commander, how can I help? What do you think of the celebration? I prefer a church ceremony and more formal approach to the celebration, but there is a certain charm in how unpretentious everything is here. We priests who choose to make our home in savage and dangerous lands see a lot of things during our lifetime, including exotic weddings. We don't bat an eye at the celebration where a groom is wearing a Fey Monarch costume and the bride is dressed as an evil vampire. Alright, let me take a look around. I don't know if we're quite done here yet. So we need to talk to her to get the ceremony itself going. I think we're pretty done here, aren't we?
I sense something.
Loot. Something here is marked as loot, but I don't see it. Now it's not even there. Weird. Oh, well, glad you could join us, Aura. All right, let's get this show on the road. All right, wait for the ceremony. Are you sure? I'm a boring companion. There are plenty of entertaining activities around. Yeah, I've seen enough. Company is most welcome, Knight Commander. If I might have your attention, everyone, before we get to the important part of our ceremony, I want to welcome two very dear guests. This is the commander of the 5th Crusade, thanks to whose efforts the Sword of Valor flies proudly over Dresden. And Sela, Paladin of Iomade, the commander's companion, and someone I have the honor of calling friend. Sela, would you say a few words? Oh yeah, put Sela on the spot. She'll enjoy that. Sela's not saying any words. There we go.
Hello, everyone. Hey, I need some advice. What should I say? Giving speeches really isn't my thing.
Yeah, let's just speak from the heart.
Right. I always complicate things, but I just need to say what I feel. Friends, I'm not good at making beautiful speeches, so here's an ugly speech, but it comes from the heart. I am so happy for you. May everything be good for you. May all your troubles pass you by. May neither demons nor misfortunes ever separate you. That's what we're fighting for, isn't it? For weddings, fun, and laughter. Even in the cursed lands of the World Wound. Even after 100 years of war.
All right. You're exactly right.
You know, I wanted you to come here with me so I could show you that our efforts aren't in vain. Not long ago, demons ruled over all of this area we're in, and they did all sorts of abominable things here. But now, Dresden stands as an indestructible fortress, and weddings are taking place here. It's all because of you. So, let's watch the ceremony. and enjoy ourselves.
Okay. Certain things aren't going to go wrong here. Aristino casts a solemn look over the gathered crowd, her eyes glistening either from emotions or the vampire wine. Welcome, honored guests, to the wedding of Elan and Kiara. Today I am delighted to play my part in the beginning of something so special, the beginning of a new happy family. When something as strong as your love for another is born from the chaos of life, all the gods order triumph. All the gods of order triumph. Sela is listening to the priestess with a broad smile on her face. Before we begin the most important part of the ceremony, I ask all the guests to put something in this cup that they think will serve the newlyweds well in their new chapter. I've heard about this custom. It's called the Cup of Wishes. People put nice things in symbolizing wishes. For example, a coin for wealth, a toy for the birth of a child, and so on. I'll put in a coin. Throw the marzipan bone. Yeah, let's do that. Guests put their gifts into the cup one by one. A luxurious shimmering tiara, a flashy ring. Kiana's friend even takes the bejeweled collar from around her dog's neck and puts it into the cup. Ah, friends, but these gifts are too expensive. The keeper of the macabre menagerie smiles to Kiana, showing her fake fangs. Fake fangs. Don't even think about refusing. They come with their best of wishes. We're going to look at the... Yeah, Nenio's suspicious here. Each piece of jewelry was innocuous enough on its own, but now that they have all been gathered together, your suspicions have been raised. Their magical auras are too strong and varied to belong to mundane trinkets possessing only enough magic to adjust their size to the wearer. Sela, there's something wrong with the jewelry. I had a feeling that something was wrong. It's the jewelry, right? They were all made by Master Sunhammer, weren't they? And he also made the ring that... The gifts have been given. Let us praise the gods. In the name of Abadar, I pronounce you husband and wife. You may exchange rings and join your lips in a kiss. Elan, Kiara, stop. It's dangerous. You ruined everything, mortal. Is that Curl? I think it was Curl.
We are the light. They are the darkness.
All right. Something went wrong at the wedding. Didn't see that coming. What do we got? Arushle. All right, let's have who's our worst guy here? Great of Shadow Demons, probably the worst, I guess. What's this thing? Distorted Mythic Shear. She's gonna get clobbered as soon as she takes a shot with her bow, isn't she? Well, nothing for it. Why we have Last Stand, right?
I will resist.
Ooh, almost got it. Okay. Or finish that thing off if you can. Nice. Alright, Ember, let's have some firebolts on this thing, I guess. Nenio. Stand you up.
This condition is irrational.
And then let's haste everybody up. Well, things aren't going so great here for the guests, are they?
The inheritor, guide
Hide my blade!
Oh, Valric, what can you do here? Wow, that's a lot of hitting. Okay, Abyssal Huntress is up here. Let's have this. I don't know if that's going to help us much or not, but we'll see. All right, back to Arushale. Let's see if she can finish this thing.
Prepare yourself.
Okay, Aura. Go ahead and hit the Gibraleth.
Vision blurring. Legs are shaking. Peculiar.
Okay, Ember, more fire, please. Okay, he's dead. Nenio, stand up, please. And why don't you try one of your phantasmal killers on this thing over here. Got it. Oh, this thing's not dead. Okay. She can't cast. Why can't she cast that? I don't know. Nenio. Why don't you move back here? Oh, because it was coming back. Okay, Sela, get in there.
Into the fray!
Valric, you too. That's our Shadow Demon, right? Yep. All right. Well, what do you got up here that's big? Let's banish him. Probably should have opened with this. Okay, Richelieu, can you get back? Not without taking a hit. Just, you're going to take a hit anyway. You might as well get out of his reach.
Desna, guide my hand.
Arisano leans over Curl's body, whispering the words of some prayer or spell. Then she looks up. Her eyes are full of terror. Commander, I must inform you we've fallen victim to a demonic plot, but I don't understand. How? Why? Because Curl's a little piece of garbage, that's why. Priestess, you need to focus. Do you know what happened here or not? Yes, I think so. You all know what possession is, yes? Where the demon can take over the body of a mortal? Well, there's a more cunning version of this process. When the demon possesses the body, the poor victim's soul is transferred into a special vessel, for souls. The item most commonly used for this purpose is a gemstone. Well, how did the demons get here? The Sword of Valor supposed to keep them away. They didn't get here. They've been here all along inside the jewelry. And now I realize these vessels are enchanted to ensure no one sees them for what they truly are. That's why we didn't notice the demon's presence until the very last moment. No one did. Sela swears. So all this happened because of some sparkly rocks. But wait, that means... Yes, it's all because of the sparkly rocks. I think the more expensive pieces housed more powerful demons. Their maker likely had to use more costly materials for the enchantments on those pieces to mask the demon's presence, and he didn't want his atrocities to leave him out of pocket. So let me get this straight. We paid this scumbag a small fortune just so he could go and set up a disgusting demon on us? What a crock. All this jewelry is made by the same person, Derek Sunhammer, right? That I know. That I do not know. Well, I do. I can smell it. All this came right from the same sewer. Did you say possession? So Curl was possessed by a demon that day back in the Houndheart's camp. This young boy's body is alive, but his soul is gone. Arisino moves her hand from pointing at Curl to a gesture of the other people lying motionless around her, as are the souls of these other guests, even the poor dogs. Their bodies have been possessed by demons for some time already, and their souls have been transferred into the jewelry. The demon behind this plot stole the cup, taking all the souls with him. Until the jewelry is found and destroyed, we have no hope of saving these poor people. Elan and Kiara are clutching each other's hands. The young woman speaks first. We can't leave it like this. Our friends need our help. I wish I knew if this tragedy could have been prevented. Well, if we'd killed or captured Curl back at camp, we would have realized that he was possessed and that Ring was the cause. And if we'd known all that, this tragedy would never have happened. No, let's not say that. That's silly. Don't blame yourself. Demons are famous for their guile for a reason. They use our better sentiments against us. How can I not blame myself when all this crap is happening around us? And even with her new divine power, Sela the dimwit can't do anything about it. What can we do, Commander? If demons had kidnapped the souls trapped in the jewelry, we must stop them. I know what we have to do. We need to go back to Dresden now. The first ring that possessed Curl and the second ring I was stupid enough to give you, they both come from the same place, the shops owned by Derek Sunhammer. We have to get back to Dresden and pay a visit to the master jeweler. Elan, are you with us? I don't think you are. In fact, I don't really want you to be. Let's just go. All right, rush to Dresden.
This condition is irrational.
All right, guys, I think we're going to leave it here. We're a bit over an hour, probably just over an hour after I get some editing done. But this seems like a good place to stop. So we will do that. If you've enjoyed this episode, do me a big favor, though. Hit that like button for me. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, too. And we'll see you guys next time when we run down Derek Sunhammer and figure out what the heck's going on here. We'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching.